Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Object 261. It's the Tier 10 Soviet SPG located on the north spawn of Fisherman's Bay, and this one is under the command of Oksydor, and he's got 3 marks of excellence on the barrel of that 18cm howitzer. He's capable of doing 800 alpha, penetrating 45mm of armour, and he's got a reload time of 30.68 by the book, and in fact he's got a reload of 24.1 seconds, so not 6 seconds off his reload time. Now this is the Arty that's based on the IS-7, so it's a heavy tank in disguise, and it wouldn't be a good idea for a light tank to ram this one, because if they did, they'd probably come off worse. And he's decided to situate himself right at the very back for his first shot. Now I may have mentioned that there are 3 different Artys which were tried out for the 261. First version actually had a 152mm gun in a closed casemate. The second one had an open casemate with a 152, and the third one was the one with the 18cm. And that's exactly like the version you're seeing here. Open casemate, vulnerable to Arty, but does have a much bigger gun. As far as we know, the 18cm is a naval gun as well, and boy, is that guy just waltzing up. He doesn't seem to be concerned at all, and he's taken fire. Yeah, I think he made a bit of a boo-boo there. He's on the wrong side of the tree line, and he's paid for it. Yeah, there have been some changes, you could say, to the layout, mostly in the field. Rounds out on the AMX, and yes, he gets a hit for a 252 splash. He's decided to change position. Doesn't have to move very far, just has to move far enough away that the enemy A, can't see him, B, they can't home in on his tracer. Fast reload's coming in, and he's going to stun 2 tanks at the same time. Yep, got the 705 and the M454, but the IS-4 behind managed to get away with it. The more tanks you can stun, the better. Normally, players, if they wanted to shoot at the enemy tanks who are actually going down the high street, would actually go much further over to the east, somewhere around about A7. Oh, got a nice direct hit there on the 705. The reason being, obviously, you wanted to shoot down the street as they were coming towards you, and you cannot easily do that from this position because, of course, the buildings tend to get in the way. If you go down to A7, they're kind of straight line, and it's much easier to get a hit. Now, it does look like there is a light tank sitting behind that bunker, a Batchat 25 ton. So he could put a round in there, but you don't get a lot of ammunition with the Object 261. You only get 20 rounds, and it is possible to run out of ammo. And so you want to use them on targets that you suspect you will get a hit on. I think some of you may have seen the replay with Brutus Click. He was on the other side of Fisherman's Bay in one of his battles, and he actually didn't run out. They actually managed to complete the game with some ammo still intact, but he was pumping out shell after shell at the enemy, and he ended up with a fair amount of damage, an ace tanker and a Confederate. Now he's going for the IS-4, fires the round in. Another direct hit for 362 this time. With an 800 alpha, a non-penetrating shot would get a reasonably around about 400 hit points. But ever since Wargaming stunned the nerf, you don't tend to get 400. You only tend to get, well, 350 or lower. Which kind of indicates that Wargaming nerfed it slightly more than they actually intended. Oh! Now that's interesting. He got a blind hit there, because the AMX M4 that was actually right next door to the blind or unspotted tank took some damage, but it was splash damage, but there was no explosion from the shell, so it hit whatever was sitting on the corner, and then the M4 took some splash. Now, I suspect that might be the Object 705, and he just changed position. And as a consequence, yes, it was the 705. There you can see them now. So he got a direct hit on the 705, and the IS-4 took some... Was it not the IS-4? The M454 took some splash. He fires it in. And this time round, hits the IS-4 and stuns them. Now, we've only got one tank moved up to the lighthouse, or the windmill, not the lighthouse, the windmill in the meantime, and that's the Batchat 25 ton. There is an enemy Sheridan up there, but he's very low on hit points. There he is. Rounds out. Oh, just a bit too long. Oh, that Foch is looking a prime target now because we've got him side on to us. And he just took a big hit from the ST2 and he's gone. So he got him with the second shot. Okay, we're loaded again. The AMX M454 swapped the sides of the street, and now you can see the E100 on the other side. And this is where it does actually come in useful going to A7, because you can shoot down the high street and land the shell almost next to them. But the AMX M454 is not making a move to that corner just yet. But the 705 did make a move, and look at that, that's a direct hit on the M454. Oh no, sorry, the Object 705 I should say. As just as he went past the gap, the shell arrived and hit him square on. 2,100 hit points of stun assist and 1,584 of actual damage. I suspect those figures are a lot higher at the moment. Certainly the actual damage, because he did get several hits. And oh, look at that prime target, Heshbon FP4005, sitting in the bush. We're fully dialed in. This could be a kill shot. Rounds out. Oh, he moves forward. But we still splashed him, and he got rid of the stun very, very quickly. He was lucky to move forward when he did, because he just avoided the shell. It would have been a direct hit on his turret. Okay, we've got that Foch B. And the enemy IS-4 just killed our IS-7. Okay, IS-4. Oh, that was a good hit. 382. Still another non-penetrating shot, but well short of 400. Again, I don't think Wargaming's being fair with us, because if you look at the average number of average damage from this gun, it rarely ever gets above 400. You can see that in the list of hits that so far have been received. And that's another direct hit, this time on the Gorilla. The Gorilla 15 just took a hit. Oh, and look at that, he's down to 432. He doesn't have any armor, so he's really susceptible to HE rounds. We're almost loaded. The screen's showing that we're not loaded. We are loaded now. And right in the middle of the field, we've got a Foch B. Now we can definitely hit him in the side. Rounds out, and it lands short. Oh dear. We've just spotted a T110E3 right at the very back of the map as well. The enemy just lost their Heshbon. He's gone. The guys on this side of the map are starting to, well, yield. The IS-4 is very low on hit points. Rounds out. Another direct hit, but only 156. We're now down to just 3 rounds of ammunition. 1 round of HE with stun. 2 rounds of extra HE. That Gorilla is still over there. It's the 705. Okay, we're loaded, but he's loading the premium HE to go after the 705 because our teammates nearby. Oh, he got the kill shot! He finally got the kill shot on the 705. That's his first kill of the game, but he's got a huge amount of damage so far. Loads of blind shots. The Foch just took a hit. We're almost loaded. And he's gone. There's only the IS-4 left protecting the east flank. The enemy have only got 4 left out of their entire team. We've got 6. We're loaded. We're looking for the Guerrilla 15. The IS-4 pulled back to their own cap area, but he just ambushed and killed our E-100. Can we get a kill on him? Okay, we're loaded. Rounds out. Long shot. Kill shot! So he's now got 2 kills, and there's only 3 enemies left. He could shorten the fire time and move towards the southwest corner of the map so he can react faster. This little Arty does move fairly quickly, 50 kilometers an hour. Oh, there's the enemy Arty tracer. It's an Object 261 on the enemy team. He's in the bushes at the back, near the bunker. He's only got 1 round left. It's a HE with stun. Only 1 round. I normally signal that to my teammates to say I've only got 1 round left so they know. But the rest of his team is closing in. Only the Guerrilla 15 and the T110E3, and so the enemy RT has been killed, and he is moving. I didn't see them kill the 261, but yet they did get him. And now it's just the E3 because they killed the Guerrilla. So he's probably hiding behind the bunker. Somewhere behind that bunker, probably on the left-hand side of the bunker, I would say. Everyone closing in. Now, if he can stun the guy, he'll get loads of stun assist. He's got a little bit closer, so he's got a better reaction time. Here comes the Striv. He's found him. Rounds out. Oh, and he got some hit and some stun. The E3's still got some stun, so... Oh, we just took out our Guerrilla 15, but he's now reloading, and he's going to be reloading for some time. He got rid of his stun. He's going after the Foch, but he's only got 28 hit points left. And the Foch is bound to finish him off. Even though he got 1 hit into the Foch, the Striv's coming up behind him. So I think it's enema time. Here's the end of battle stats, and it was an ace tanker for Oksydor in the Object 261. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 11, and he got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. His win rate was 4,578, which is Super Unicum and a bit more. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he definitely got the highest damage on his team, but he didn't get the highest damage overall. The AMX M454 on the enemy team managed 4,397 hit points. The second highest damage went to Oksydor with 3,949, and the third highest damage went to the IS-7 on his team with 3,531. When it came to kills, it was the Striv 103B who got the most with 3, and Oksydor got joint second place with 2 kills alongside the enemy T110E3, the Foch B, their Object 261, who actually also got a Confederate, and their IS-4. When it came to base XP, though, it is Oksydor all the way. Look, 1,034, he's the only one to get over 1,000. 926 went to the IS-7, and 892 went to the ST2. He fired 20 shots, all of his ammo in that game. 11 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations but 24 splash. Damage of 3,949 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 2, so there was only a 6 difference there, which is probably why the enemy 261 also got a Confederate. 3,393 hit points, a stun of 22 stuns. He earned 77,039 credits from the battle, and ammunition and consumables took away most of that, so he ended up with just 26,879 credits profit. 7 bonds for this being tier 10. 1,551 XP, and there was no multiplier, so that's all the experience points he took away. Let's have a quick look at some of those figures, because we did hit a few tanks blind. One of them was the AMX M454, which was the highest scoring tank in the game. He got 431 hit points off him. The 705 he also blind hit, but he actually got the kill on him as well. 957 hit points off that guy. And that IS4, he hit him quite a few times. 1,216 hit points off that guy. And the gorilla, if you remember, it was a blind hit on the gorilla. 627 hit points. Well, if you don't have any armor when you go into battle, you will suffer, and he did make that guy suffer. So very well played there by Oksydor. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.